Yeah, I want to, speak to this for the contracting industry. There is opportunity in this thing, to change some behaviors and embrace, some new technologies, and not because you have to, but because it's better for your people, it's better for your bottom line, and you begin to choose to. And just using John's example, COVID might have pushed you into digital time records or digital time sheets, but when COVID's over, you're probably not going back.
Right.
You're going to continue, to do that. So I think leadership has got just a super important job right now. Obviously on the operation side and obviously on the emotional side, but also on that technical side of establishing a vision, a plan, and then commitment amongst your leadership team as to how it is you're going to carry that through the organization. And that doesn't mean it has to be some big fancy MBA, 20-page, here's our technology plan. It can be simply talked through. This is not new stuff. It's technology that's been out there for a while. Uh, that next piece is data and voice flexibility. And as I mentioned before, don't be thinking about just remote work. Work is work, and people need to be able to do their jobs in lots of different places. And that's true for your accounting people and your procurement people and your project managers, field folks, et cetera. Flexibility is where you want to keep your eye on, and both on the data side and on the voice side of things. And so some tools that we've been implementing with lots of contractors is Microsoft 365, which is a stack of tools in the cloud that is very affordable for all organizations. And then the other thing we're finding is contractors are coming to us and saying, okay, this isn't quite working. Things aren't quite lined up between our estimating application and our project management application and accounting. There's hoppy, there's dysfunction there. And so ultimately, when you begin to rely more and more on digital, it's going to put your existing tools under stress. And what you're going to find is we've got some alignment issues. And so, just trying to get those line of business applications that you use aligned will also make the work flow more naturally throughout. And then finally is, just on your voice technologies, we've got the mobile phone, the mobile phones, we've got, desk phones, and ultimately you want to get that stuff to where, people can work the way that they need to work. And a lot of that is turning your personal phone into your business phone as well, and leveraging apps. So we've got a technology called Allworks, which basically makes your mobile phone a desk phone with an app. And then also Microsoft 365, same thing. You can just turn your PC, your Mac, your mobile phone into a desk phone, or where you do need desk phones, on job sites and things along those lines, it will do that and accommodate that too. So flexibility is key. The next one is cybersecurity and backups, and I'll keep this one short. If you make your data flexible, you're going to have to revisit how you're securing that data and how you're backing it up. So you can't make one change without making a change on the other. And then this last one, which I think is probably the most interesting to folks on this call, is workforce development. And so if you go and you get new tools and you implement them, obviously that's going to require behavior change. And so the key thing that I want to, a couple of key things is, one, make sure the tools that you're investing in are actually going to make your employees' lives better. Because if you can show them that, if you can turn on that light, if you can give them that aha moment, the resistance goes away. We want to make sure that you're not buying technology that nobody's going to use, and then you've made the investment, and now you have confusion, frustration, amongst your workforce. So the key there is make sure that you're getting technology aligned, with how people actually work. giving them the coaching through it so the light comes on. And you got to do it in small chunks. You can't just revolutionize everything overnight. Do it in a way that people can bite off one chunk at a time, feel good about it, and then they'll move it forward. So my main message to folks in the contracting and all industries is, make sure to seize the opportunity, act as leaders. I'm really think it's going to be good for Montana and good for this industry, to embrace and lead through this, not only functionally and operationally, but also technically.